Disclaimer: I do not own the clips or music shown. These are used for review and entertainment purposes. Thank you. Greetings, Gapaz and Gapaz. It's me, Camden, on Channel Cam. Let's talk about another MCU thing, like I did last week. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, is the sequel to the first Doctor Strange movie and the latest installment to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this is directed by a certain director that did comic book movies before. But it's not someone that did an MCU movie before, but it's someone that did a much more classic movies that are amazing, if you will. Sam Raimi. Yes, Sam Raimi has returned to direct this MCU movie. And this movie has Doctor Strange having to discover the madness in the multiverse. It's the title. Because of Wanda being crazy yet again, more crazier than she was last time. And there's also America Chavez, but I will not spoil the entirety of this movie, because this review will not have any major spoilers. So, many people like it, of course, because it's Sam Raimi, and how could you hate the king himself, Sam Raimi? And I, myself, enjoy this movie. So, let's get right on to it, shall we? And yes, like I said, Sam Raimi is directing this one, after... you know, it's been a while since he directed a superhero movie, since you know, that one. And Sam Raimi brings his amazing movie magic into this movie. And today I want to talk about his epic return. And yes, his direction is very, very shown here. I'm going to talk about it throughout the review. So there's the plot. Again, Wanda going crazy with her fake children that aren't real, and her enslaving a town because of her favorite multicolored toaster being dead. So yes, and then there's also Doctor Strange being sad he can't be with Regina George. And then of course you have to have the Kid Appeal character. Kind of, but not really, I don't know. There's America Chavez from the comic books. And America Chavez is nice in the movie. Doctor Strange and America Chavez has a good back and forth, you know. It's like America Chavez and Peter are the two kids that just turned to Doctor Strange when crazy things happen. And, they go around the multiverse and stuff like that, and different universes, but not as many as some expect it to be. And yes, you know how long it's been since Sam Raimi directed a superhero movie, since Spider-Man 3.
Wong, don't tell Spider-Man that he used to be married in another dimension.
Speaking of, yes, the madness and the multiverse. Some of you expected Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, Halle Berry, Storm, James Marsden, Cyclops, Colin Farrell, Daredevil, Ben Affleck, Daredevil. I meant to say Bullseye with Colin Farrell. And Jennifer Garner, Elektra, Eric Bana, Hulk, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, Topher Grace, Venom, William Dafoe, Green Goblin, Vinnie Jones, Juggernaut, Shawn Ashmore, Iceman, James McAvoy, Charles Xavier, and Drake Bell, Ultimate Spider-Man, and Spectacular Spider-Man, and Spider-Man from that Disney XD show. And also, you can't forget Japanese Spider-Man and Miles Morales. And also, you can't forget Tom Cruise, Iron Man. don't forget Neil Patrick Harris, Spider-Man, and also don't forget uh, Thomas Jane Punisher, Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, and the Superhero Squad and Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and Phineas and Ferb and Perry the Platypus and Ben 10 and Kim Possible and Optimus Prime. And surely doesn't foreshadow something later. Review show, that means. And a lot of you people expected a bunch of cameos and stuff like that to show up. You expected Pikachu and Dom Toretto to show up, but they don't. In all seriousness, some people expected some of the Fox X-Men and Urbana Hulk and Ben Affleck Daredevil and stuff like that to be in the movie when they turn out to not be in the movie, and that upsetted some people. Some of them I get, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, because Sam Raimi. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, kinda, but not really. But some of those other folks, for sure Kevin Feige wouldn't want anything to do with Ang Lee's Hulk. No offense, if you like the movie. And he probably didn't want anything to do with some of the other Marvel movies, like, that weren't so great. Some of them, from 2000s era, like Elektra, and like some of them that weren't so great. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want, or the Tim Story, Fantastic Four. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want anything to do with them. Besides, Ben Affleck would not want to be Daredevil ever again, and he doesn't want to be Batman again. Okay, let's just keep him away from superhero movies. Jennifer Garner hates Elektra, and I'm pretty sure Jessica Alba probably wouldn't want to be Invisible Woman anymore, considering they, after those movies. And also, okay, so here's one thing I thought would have been funny in the movie, okay? Like, Doctor Strange in America go through a bunch of universes, right? And then there will be, like, this one tiny moment where they go to one, like, they see, like, a mirror or something. And then there's Chris Evans as the Human Torch, and he's, like, brushing his teeth or something. And he turns around and be like, oh, hey. And then Doctor Strange will be like, Cap? Johnny Storm will be like, what's a cap? And start smiling. Like, it's kind of like, I thought it would be a nice little joke it put into the movie, to be honest. But, or Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider did not show up. But surely enough, he will show up again. And, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, I won't spoil what happens in the movie. But, a part of me is glad he isn't in the movie. Because there's a certain scene involving Wanda that I will not get into. But there are still cameos in the movie. Okay, so the ones that are actually in the movie.
We should tell him the truth.
I cannot spoil too much, but the ones that were in the trailer was Captain Carter and Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier. And again, those aren't really spoilers. Those were in the posters and trailers. So, also Maria as Captain Marvel. No, not that Maria. But those are really the only cameos I can talk about. And there's also evil Doctor Strange that was in the What If show. And there's Defender Strange and Zombie Doctor Strange. I can't spoil much, but it was. There's some other characters that showed up that had me really, really, really excited. It was really fantastic. And yeah, and it was one of the cameos because Doctor Strange goes to a certain universe where the Illuminati they're not, and the characters there weren't recast. There were swaps or just different versions of the same character from the normal MCU universe. So, I can't say, but that guy is definitely playing you know who in the main Marvel universe. Yeah, this multiverse adventure because of Wanda. Yeah. Or Sylvie caused it. But I think Doctor Strange needs a really, really long vacation after all this multiverse stuff going on. And just stay everything in general. He has to deal with Thanos in Infinity War and Endgame. Then right after that, there's Spider-Man coming up out of nowhere, then wanting for help. Then there's a Multiverse of Madness. Wanda going crazy. And then there's also some concerns he gotta have whatever with Loki and Sylvie are doing. Good Lord, give this guy a very good vacation.
God, the multiverse breaking again.
So, anyway, yeah, give this man a break, please. Anyways, with the Doctor Strange the Multiverse of cameos, there was one cameo I was upset that didn't show up. The superhero squad didn't show up, boys. I'm sorry. Next time. Still won't go deep into it, but they said something about dreams being something that happened in another dimension. Did Andrew Garfield Spider-Man ever dream about this moment?
A slow descent, clever, but you won't save her that way.
Gotcha. Angry Goblin scaring Aunt May in the middle of praying might have been Tom Holland's everyday nightmare. So, I am not spoiling this movie, but here are some spoilers out of context, and if you have seen the movie, you would understand these.
Stryker finally figured out how to shut you up.
Okay, I guess that's the spoilers out of context. So, overall, what did I think of it? It is a fantastic movie. It's probably going to go on my top 10 as the MCU. It's really fun. It's very nicely directed. It so seems like it's directed by a guy with visual style and everything. Sam Raimi is a very in-camera person. Does this movie, most of the movie is in camera. Like, he does the camera zooms and stuff like that. Like, you see in the Raimi trilogy, you know what I mean. And it is so artistically done and nice. The characters are pretty good and relatable. And also, Wanda is a full-blown villain now, which I said before, but here she's actually menacing, and the characters are nice. The multiverse was pretty nice. Like, not as much as a lot of people were expecting, but still not bad. It did what it done. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And it was dealing with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, Sam Raimi, he has the camera and everything, like the camera zooms and everything. And Wanda is, we've seen her throughout the MCU, so she isn't just, I'm evil! She's, more, just, you can understand what she's going through, especially after you watch WandaVision. And she is irredeemable now. That's all I'll say. She's very irredeemable now. There's no way to redeem her. That's all I'm going to say. Glad to see you back, Mr. Raimi. It's great. It's awesome. Great to see you back, buddy. Yeah, there's just my review of Doctor Strange 2. Hope you like, comment, but not a mean comment, and subscribe. Wait. What am I reviewing next week again?
It's time. The Bay has awakened.